0971. Call the office at 572-0383 or 572-0215. REV-UP, St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Harddrive brought to you with the compliments of Ultramart and Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we strive to bring you and your family the highest level of comfort, absolute satisfaction, and peace of mind during your most sorrowful time of need.
Our professional standards and quality services are second to none. We offer ground burials, burials at sea, cremations, and embalming, fine locally made coffins, internationally made caskets, 24-hour emergency, shipping and receiving the deceased to and from overseas.
Ram Valley's signature funeral package includes a casket or coffin collection, refrigeration and preparation of the body, her services, 100 funeral leaflets, 12 memorial buttons, 6 keyrings, 10 corsages, and 1 framed photo.
Ram Valley's Funeral Parlor, Calvary Road, Castries, and Lartuni, Beaufort. For more information, please call 758-452-2021 or 758-454-9239.
Looking for a one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs? Look no further than Ultramart. We stock a variety of options from the world's leading brands, all at affordable prices. Whether you're looking for fresh produce, pantry staples, or household essentials, we've got you covered. And that's not all. Don't miss out on our ultra specials and promotions for a chance to win hundreds of dollars in vouchers, hampers, and special prizes. Visit any one of our 4 convenient locations today or check us out on our Facebook and Instagram page. Ultramart, your one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs. Shop smart. Shop Ultramart.
Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe. Welcome to Harddrive for today, Thursday, the 27th of August. Good morning to those of you who are checking us out on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on X Live, also on DBS Television Live. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. We certainly do appreciate that, and we don't take these things for granted. Let's say good morning to the ladies in the studio. We have Lady J alongside Natalie. So good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Good morning, Andre. The eve of the weekend is here.
That's it. The eve of the...
Yes, you can't wait, boy. Yes. Me too.
Some more sleep.
Yeah, me too.
But I have to admit, last weekend I slept a lot.
Yes.
I did.
I know I won't be getting any sleep this weekend.
What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, we're curious.
I just started a painting class on Saturdays.
Oh.
And it's very early in the morning, but I have to go do some shopping first, then go to the painting class, and then after that, of course, you have to clean housework.
Yeah.
And Sunday, I have to write up my bio for your sister.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a long bio.
I mean, you have to write that, don't you?
Well,
I
have
edit it.
several. I have to
we're
edit
supposed to
it.
have that
That's
already.
it. I have to edit it. But
Just
the
edit,
editing, the thing is, with the editing, it always ends up being a long process anyway. It should be short, but it always ends up being long.
Okay, not for me, because it's there already. I'm just updating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
well.
right.
So there's no sleep.
You still get sleep.
A little here and there.
Sunday.
But Natalie, you're really into the arts for true, boy. You're an actress, and now you're into painting and so on.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I draw a little
That's so
bit
cool.
too.
That's so cool.
Pardon me. I have to bring some of my drawings in for when you'll to see one day. Yeah.
I must bring mine. All those I trace.
Still did the work. You still did the work, Andre. Because at school, that's how we started, right? They
know,
used to make
right?
us trace first.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
I think the only thing I could do is maybe the profile. Because, I can do a profile. I think I'm pretty good at doing that.
You're doing profile.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Never get the shoulders right. Never get the neck right. But the profile I can get. Because that's, I think you start, then the start off was the profile. When you get the profile, then you eventually get the head. You could never get the head right.
Oh,
it would
the
always come
hair
out too long.
the hair. Have you ever tried doing hair, drawing hair? It's a
Hair or head?
Hair.
No,
Yeah.
maybe if you just take a string and come down here. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah,
But
it's tough.
yeah, but it's true, Andre. It's like the concentration for me when I see an artist like a painter, female or male. I mean, I am mesmerized by it, especially when you travel and you see them on the roadside and they do this sketch so quickly.
Yes.
And Andre, it's acceptable. It's not like, that's not me. It's acceptable. It's like, wow, good job.
I had a guy do one of mine. It was Jazz 2021, maybe? No. It was the teens, something like 2018. And he was in La Place Carénage, and there was a long line. And I said, I have to do this.
Oh, nice.
And he did it in literally 5 minutes. And it, like you said, it looked just like me. I have it up in my room. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, a guy painted a portrait of me one time, and he brought it to me at Radio 100. I was up there. I thought it was for free.
No
It
way.
was for free.
No, but the fact that he brought it for you, it should have been for free.
So-
And if you need extras, you know who to go to, you know how to call me.
Yes.
But,
So,
but listen,
Andre, tell us.
so when I asked him, I said, how much is it? He told me $3,000.
What?
Really, mama? Okay, partner.
You painted me and you want me to pay $3,000.
No,
But did he do it?
I think, to be honest, I think it was worth it, to be
Yes,
honest with
yes,
you.
yes,
It was a
yes.
great job.
Of course.
I just couldn't afford it.
Okay,
at
but
the
where he
time.
painted you from when he saw you on telly? Or
Yes.
I
because
don't
he had
remember
to have
what
seen
it
a
was,
photo.
but it was, I think it was my torso.
Right.
And, yeah,
That's
it looked
crazy.
really, really nice. Really,
It doesn't matter,
really nice.
Andre. You painting me, I didn't ask you, and you want to charge me possibly full price? I'm saying possibly because,
Yeah.
I mean, it's about
if you
that.
had met him somewhere and said, I'd love a portrait
Yes.
of myself, that's different. But he
Yeah.
just brought it to
He
you.
brought it there. But I've seen
Andre, did you laugh?
Lydia
or did you thank him?
Lydia Dovain. You know, she has her son who's autistic.
Yeah.
I mean, he has some
very
great paintings.
He's very
Have you
good.
seen great paintings?
No, I haven't seen that.
Great stuff,
I think he
beautiful.
had some in the shop
Okay.
over there.
Oh,
They have a
okay,
shop
okay,
right here at
okay,
Gatewood
okay.
Mall. You could
Oh.
probably take a look.
Yes.
I don't know what unit, but if you're coming from what's it, Andre? If you're coming from the Lotto end
Yes,
and you're
yes.
coming in,
Yes,
I think
yes.
it's the second one
Mm.
on your
okay.
left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check. He has the photos in there. It's very good.
But those on the spectrum tend to have talents like
A
that.
different kind,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
But the point I wanted to make is that the paintings cost a little something.
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they do.
Oh,
So I didn't doubt him, honestly. When the guy said $3,000, it looked really, really good. It's just that I just couldn't afford it at the time.
It's just that's my picture. And I ain't paying so much when I didn't give you. Andre, say what you need to. You want to
No,
say.
honestly, if I had it, I'd have paid him. To be honest with you. If
So
I,
why can't you say I can give you $500 a month?
Yeah,
Well, I don't know if you wanted it that way. I didn't think about it at the
You
time.
bring the picture for me. You better take what I'm giving you and not keep it on your hands. So I'll give you $500 or $300 a month.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Till
think-
you-
I think
yeah.
a down payment
That means I'm
plan
still
would-
giving you.
Yeah, good idea.
But I was just making the point I'm
Yeah.
making is that in St. Lucia we see art and this sort of thing as just a misao. It's no big
Yeah.
deal kind of thing. So
Yeah.
bravo to you. Okay.
And then we also pass the vendors without even looking at the artistic style in them, ways. We pass those who work with the crochet, those who work with the beads. Andre, sometimes I go to the market, sorry, not to purchase, just to walk around and check what St. Lucia has to offer. Because we do it in other countries.
Yes.
So we should do it in our own country.
Yes.
See what the vendors are doing and appreciate, even if we don't purchase at the time, but appreciate. And then we know exactly where to go if we want a particular craft.
That's true.
You
Especially
understand?
if you have a friend visiting, you can get them something, a souvenir from the vendor.
That's
They
right.
make wonderful
Because
stuff.
before, you know where we used to go and spend all the money? And I don't mean anything with this, but we used to go to bag shorts. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
So we used to go. That was very expensive.
Okay, let's get to some other things. Again, bravo, yeah, for taking up the painting.
Yeah.
I like
It was
that.
offered to me by a wonderful local painter by the name of Ken Lawrence, and now he has two of us who go there every couple of
Sundays?
weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, so now you have a reason to get out of the house every weekend. Yes.
Well, that's different. That's work. That's more. It's not like I'm liming. I go somewhere, I do something, and I go home. So it's
Almost the same thing.
Yeah, it's almost the same thing.
And it's an hour's class, right? Or half an hour?
It's about 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's
because
a
he
long time.
gives a lot of exposition, explaining first why we're using these things, what's the technique. It's very interesting.
So, I mean,
We have to move on.
telling
We have to
us-
move on. We
No,
have
I
to
just
move
want
on.
to say something to you, John
Yes.
Lamar. Without telling us if he's giving you a discount, what is the actual rate in
It's
case somebody's
free.
interested?
Oh, well, he's just doing this for us for free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's taking on 2 students for free.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, very
All right.
nice.
So let's make some money now. All right. The menu for today at the Thomas of Bread place is pigtail bouillon or chicken pilau. Okay, that's the menu for today at the Thomas of Bread
Very
place.
nice.
Pigtail bouillon or chicken pilau. She had Bax bouillon yesterday, so I made an order for that. So I
You
should
got
be,
it?
I'll be getting it later today, that's for sure. And of course, while you're there, remember to check out their wide variety of Seymour's beverages, which include blueberry, there's beet with flax seeds and chia seeds. There's also bois baudet with sunflower seeds, good stuff. Coconut, ginger, peanut and peanut punch, and regular flaxseed and chia seed Seymour's with milk or without milk. So that's what's happening at the Thomas of Bread place today. Either you can have the pigtail bouillon or the chicken pilau, or you can have both.
Why not?
Yeah, yeah.
Live it
Let
up.
me ask you, do y'all save food for the next day?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I don't throw food away.
Yeah. My grandmother used to make bouillon, right? My grandmother, she used to make this massive pot.
Yes.
So that was supposed to last us maybe a week.
Yes.
Now I know a lot of people have an issue with that. They don't like to eat food that's left over and so on. I love it. I used to find that when we had the bouillon, because she was using natural ingredients and so on, so that would just stay in the refrigerator there for the week. I found that by the following day and the day after, it tasted better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the seasoning.
Yeah.
But not really. My mom, I think it was because it was 8 of us in total, mom, dad, and 6 of us.
So there's never any
we
food left over.
No, we had dogs.
Okay.
So, and my mom cooked every day. 'Cause that's
yes,
how my dad
my mother
was.
too, yeah.
My mom cooked every day. But when I met my hubby, he was brought up differently.
Oh.
So at the time, he wouldn't want to eat the food, but then he was the one that told me exactly what you're saying. So I would eat food. But you know what I've noticed, and it's not good, but you know what I've noticed? When you leave the rice overnight and you do something else with the rice, it tastes much better.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed
Mhm.
with rice. Yeah.
Do people still do rice and corned beef?
Yeah. People still do that.
Yeah.
People still do that.
I've never had
Rice and corned
You
beef.
should try it, but people still do it. It tastes good if it's a lot of corned beef mixed with not a lot of rice, but you mix the two, and so that it's an even amount of rice
Yeah.
and corned
They're
beef.
not knocking.
Then it's good.
All right. Okay. So, so
Some
you
people
can
put
have.
the rice and egg. That I don't like, but maybe you would like that.
I
'cause
like
you
rice and egg. I like eggs with everything.
All right. So don't forget it's chicken pilau alongside pigtail bouillon at the Thomas of Bread place today. Now, let's say good morning to all of us who have little aches and pains, wherever that may be. Kote malaye, wherever that may be. So, for the little aches and pains that you have, there's a remedy. And the remedy is Silton's Rub. You can get a large vial or container for $40, or you can try the small for $15. So to get those rubs directly from Silton, give her a call at 716-8018. 716-8018. 716-8018. I know for sure a few people overseas have actually ordered this thing already, and they
nice.
speak about how effective
great.
Silton's Rub is.
Very good.
Yeah? So she's getting good reviews.
Yeah.
Good reviews. So it's just a pity people like Silton maybe can't make it on the like
Eventually,
in,
Andre.
in China, on the Chinese market, right? And those places there where you have over 1 billion something people. Imagine a market like that. You breaking into that. Oh my gosh, wow! But all you need is the push. So I don't know who is helping and supporting her in marketing her products overseas, but she could do very, very, very well. Because if the thing is working for so many people, and there's so many people who are having all kinds of aches and pains across the globe, wow, that would really be something. Silton could become a millionaire, man.
Yeah.
But Andrew should be competing for a lot more, because in Asia there's a lot of that. A lot of people are into medicine or medicinal herbs and so on.
But do they work? That's the thing. And we know Silton has something there, because
No,
a
it
lot of
works.
people are saying that they've tried it and it really, really does work. So, and the same thing would apply for the Thomas of Bread place. Imagine they could market this CMOS in a country like China or Taiwan, those places there, oh my gosh, boy, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. We have a problem here in St. Lucia where we don't really... my friends would say to me, they're having a dance, okay? And since we are friends, we're assuming that I'll enter for free. You know, I don't operate like that. Oh, somebody has a book that they've produced a book and they're having a signing or something. I'm not going to come there and expect to get a book for free. I'm going to pay for the book.
Yeah.
Right? And I find that a lot of us want those things for free. Right? I tell you, if that guy...
But if it's given, Andre, let's say you want to pay, but it's given to you, do you still give the money? Or you hold back and you take the book?
Actually, you know, I would argue with them. I would insist.
Okay.
I would actually, because some people feel, you know, they feel kind of bad.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
they feel bad.
Yeah.
So I'll argue with you and tell you, no, partner.
It's okay.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. I'm paying.
Same here.
I'm paying.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Imagine you're having a dance or something and fellas just feel as though because they are friends, you're supposed to just walk inside for free. No.
And I don't have a problem if you walk in, but come to the back and help. Come behind the bar and help. That's how I see it.
Give
No,
it in
yeah.
another way.
Give it in another way.
Yeah.
I'd have no problem if you want to come in for free, Andre, if it's something that I'm doing, I'm spending the money, but at least be a part of the help side of things. And I feel good when I see you back there. Oh, thanks, Nat. Thanks, Andre. I appreciate that. You know?
Yeah. When I go by the Thomas O'Bread place there, right, Yaslin wants to give me the thing for free. I tell her no.
All the time?
All the time. I pay
Really?
for it all the time. I said that's business.
Good.
Okay?
Good.
Alrighty. Now, let's say happy birthday to Beverly Mason of Boapatat. Beverly, good morning to you, Beverly Mason of Boapatat. Happy birthday from your friend Karen in Bocage. So, Beverly Mason, happy birthday to you. Do have yourself a great day on your special day.
Yeah.
So, Beverly, we share something in common.
What's that? This
We're
weekend?
August bonds. I ain't give dates, I give date. I said we're August
you're
bonds.
not giving the date.
Yeah,
we
we're
know the
August
date.
bonds.
We know the date.
All right. So,
And I'm sure Arthur Charles is going to come with it.
oh, you know me, sir, already. He can't help it. And
So we await Arthur Charles.
you know, he called this morning and he said that he called 555, the hotline, the police hotline, and he said every time he calls, nobody answers. Now, I got a message here from my friend Anthony. Anthony says he just called and somebody actually answered. So Arthur Charles, maybe they know it's you, they recognize you.
Or maybe not. Maybe they started work at 10.
Maybe that was true. Yeah.
That's the one.
But you know, he's at the hospital with his wife. She's having Arthur is having she's having surgery, so he's right there with her. Yeah. While he was there, he called this morning right in her presence, and she actually took the phone and she said hello and everything.
wow.
She's very pleasant
Excellent,
lady.
excellent,
Well.
lovely.
I wish her the best, you know, and I hope she's out in no time.
So,
Andrew, can I just say one thing quickly?
I was going to ask if there's anything you want to say. So, so grab the
We
opportunity.
were just talking about art, and I think a couple of years ago, I just had the feeling to visit different museums here or art exhibit galleries for my birthday, and everywhere I went, they would tell me it's closed for the season, and I would call different places and they'd say, oh, the season is closed when it opens in October, because my birthday is in July, and they said in October and I just thought that's so sad.
Yeah.
That St. Lucian, there's no. We have
Throughout the year.
there. That is everything operates based on what the foreigners are doing. And you cannot just go to an art exhibit gallery right now and look at local artists, the same artists we've
Unless
just
you
been
go to the
speaking about.
vendors market.
Unless you go to the vendors market, and that just shocked me.
Yeah. And talking about my portrait, I wonder what he did with it.
There you
probably
go.
burned it.
Why
I wonder
spend?
what- yeah, I
oh,
wonder-
no, why
I
spend
wonder
the
what he
well,
did
maybe
with it.
somebody bought it. Oh, Andre,
Somebody
you
bought
know.
it.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe one of my exes bought it.
What is happening? What is happening?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he never came back to
No, but-
say I didn't sell it or something. I just never saw him after that. So somebody probably bought the thing.
I think right there and then he should have said, I sell for 3,000, but I'd give this to you for 252.
Sure.
I think right there and then. So your thoughts would look, even if he was exaggerating, meaning that it
Yes.
was really less than that, but he wanted to make sure he got 2.5 or 2, you know, but at least let you see that he's willing to drop the rate, because First of all, I didn't ask you to paint my picture.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
I-
the painting the Prime Minister's picture. You go
didn't
into
want
his office
to.
and-
I didn't want to argue with him because it was such a beautiful portrait.
I'm
I didn't
sure
want to
it
argue with him
No, it's
Yes,
not
yes,
arguing.
because I felt
Andre. It's just
as
simply
though,
saying,
and I
"Thank
didn't
you
want
very
to.
much."
I didn't want to bargain with him either because
Okay.
it looked really beautiful.
Nice.
You know, I just at the time I couldn't afford it. That's
No,
all
you're
right.
being
But-
honest, but I would, if it's my picture and like you say it was looking good,
Mhm.
first thing I'm going to do, I'm sorry, I'm going to use the bargain.
I say 500 a month for 6 months.
Yes, yeah. I say, well, you know what, 3,000 is a bit too high at this time, you know, because, you know, this is unexpected. How about 2.5? How about 2? And can we do 3, 4, 500 a month?
Well-
he would go home, he would go back home with that photo?
Well-
No, listen, the most he would say is, okay, I will take the $300 or $500 a month, but I will hold the photo until you complete the payment. That's the most he could have said, Andre.
Well, suppose something happens that during that time then, and I never see him after that. So, say I'm about to make the last payment and something happens to him.
No, but you would
what
have
happens?
all of that. You
Pamwe
have all
star.
of that information.
Pamwe.
Oh, but you have to look at it both ways. He could think the same way too.
Of you,
I
yeah.
give you the photo and you never pay me.
Well, exactly. So that's why I never even bothered
You
to
need
bargain.
an independent
I don't look
third
at it
party.
like that,
Yeah.
honestly. I just, if I have to give credit, I give credit. You have to trust yourself, and I have to trust myself. That's the way.
Tell the banks that, Lady J. Say it out loud.
Well, the banks.
Say it out
hey,
loud.
you forget the banks have some kind of collateral, eh?
Oh, yes.
Whether it's your house or
That's
your land
true.
or your car or your this or your that. Don't forget that. And let me tell you something. I don't know which bank, but I remember this girl told me 2 days. She actually told the bank, please, she's going through some. She was talking about it and I cried. Please, I'm going through some hard times. They just give me another month. Andre,
They look at
they
her.
they just came and took the vehicle from her.
Yeah.
They just took.
However, there's some loans that don't carry those kinds of conditions. You go to the bank, depending, maybe have some special thing that they're offering, or maybe at courts, for example, all they need is, for example, a job letter, that sort
Yeah.
of thing. So not everybody has that kind
Yeah.
of policy.
Yeah.
Yes. So because some people really don't have anything, all it's just basically they would, and some people do keep their wood. Huh?
Yeah.
Some people do,
Yeah.
but and sadly, some people don't.
Many don't.
Well,
Maybe-
I wouldn't
maybe-
say don't, because, you know, people fall on hard times unexpectedly, you know, and I'm not blaming the bank for whatever they're doing if they repossess, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, going and saying, I will see what I can do, just freeze it for 1 month is better than not going into the bank and just letting the money,
Yeah.
the months add up, you know?
You know, the Prime Minister was speaking at the St. Lucia, Government of St. Lucia and the Export-Import Bank of the Republic of China, Taiwan. They've just gotten a loan for 20 million US, right? This is in that expanding access to affordable housing for low to middle income families. And this is going to be done through the St. Lucia Development Bank, right? And he was saying during his speech, saying to the management of the bank, listen, you know, operate with a conscience, right? Operate with a conscience. And what I found that most of the banks in St. Lucia that are locally owned tend to operate with a conscience. That's from my experience.
Yeah.
I find those banks which are owned by, you know,
Foreign
overseas-
ones.
foreign owned banks, they don't even know you. They don't know you. You're just a number.
Exactly.
You're just a number to them. That's all. They don't know you, right? Because I remember, I think I've spoken about that already when I had my experience. So my car was written off and so on. I tried getting another vehicle, and I mean that whole process took about 2 months. 2 months. It shouldn't have taken that long. But of course, the bank man was, although I've been with them for so many years, right? And they were like kind of skeptical because they say, well, you know, you have a new business, and, you know, businesses like that fold after about a couple of years, the sort of thing. And also your age, you know, that thing came in the discussion as
Yeah.
well. And I remember my argument to them was, I said to them, so wait. So all this integrity, operating above the board, I've never reneged on any of my agreements, my payments. So I said, well, that counts for nothing? That counts for
Also,
nothing?
the fact that you were at one radio station for so many years, that should count for a lot.
That's what I was saying.
You
Those
know,
foreign banks,
stability.
they don't
Yeah.
know you. They don't know you. They see us as a number. They don't know who you are. So when they operate, the bank I was dealing with, when they have to report now to those people where their headquarters are, they don't know you. They don't know who I am. You understand? They don't give a hoot about. So I'm just saying, I find generally, that the local banks tend to operate with more compassion.
Yes.
Compassion.
Yes.
Yeah, because they're St. Lucians. They know you, and they have, they feel
they
it.
understand what's happening in St. Lucia.
Exactly.
They can understand, yeah.
Exactly.
I think first they understand what's happening in St. Lucia, and second they get to know who you are, because not all the banks will know you.
Yes,
That's it.
Yeah, because sometimes the banks have policies where they don't even give you a loan depending on your age. All of them have that policy. If
Yeah,
you may be in your
there's a
70s
particular-
already,
yeah.
you're high risk.
Yeah.
But because maybe of the relationship with the bank over the years, they will waive those things for you. They will. I'm talking about the local banks.
Yeah.
They
But
actually
I'm
waive it.
sure they have looked in and they probably see that you have a home, you have some land, because they ain't going to give it just to Andre still. They might, like you say, relax it
Yeah.
and still give it to you in your 70s.
Mhm.
But I'm sure they've done their homework to see that you do have some collateral.
Exactly. As I said, it depends on the relationship that you have with the bank. So I'm sure the Prime Minister was speaking to people who have a conscience at the St. Lucia Development Bank. I'm sure, because you have a local St. Lucian, I believe, who is the manager of the St. Lucia Development Bank. So that's a pretty cool thing. I'm so happy when I hear those things, because, having a home.
Bank of St. Lucia?
St. Lucia
You're talking about?
Development Bank. Yeah, St. Lucia Development Bank.
What's St. Lucia Development Bank?
Where?
What's St.
Oh,
Lucia
what?
Development Bank? Isn't it Bank of St. Lucia?
No, you never heard
Where?
of St. Lucia Development Bank?
Yeah, but that was then. To me, the
They're
bank.
still around. They're still around.
Oh.
In fact, they have a beautiful building there on Brazil Street, opposite the square there. Remember where that Rain restaurant used to be a long time ago? I think Lucelec had an office there a long time ago. That's where they are. They have a
Oh.
beautiful building there.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
beautiful. It's beautiful. I've been in there a few times already. It's
So
beautiful.
they've got St. Lucia Development Bank.
Yes.
And they've got Bank of St. Lucia.
Right, correct.
And then First National.
Correct
Bank.
is right.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Andre. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I only know of those two.
Yeah.
So you've just given them an advert. Because, hey, it's reached. It's reached. I didn't know about it.
And I hope we get one for true. if they're going to be rolling out
I
any.
didn't know about that.
Yeah, any.
And he even said where they're located.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yes.
Yeah. So but let's just talk more about the fact that they're going to be providing loans for low to middle income families.
Very
That's
good.
wonderful.
Very good.
That's
Very good.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Because if there's one thing we have here, it's low to middle income
lot of it.
Exactly.
A lot of it.
A lot of that.
But let me ask you, not Lady J. Lady J has a mansion already. So I'll ask you.
Andre, why aren't you like to put people's business out? Even if
so that's true. I just said that.
I didn't finish my
I
sentence.
just said that.
How do you know that you've never been to my home?
That's what I tell you.
How do you know that?
I just said that. I didn't know. I didn't know. So if I tell you I have one.
I didn't confirm anything.
if I
But
tell
I've
you I have
seen
a
where you
mansion.
live, and you live in a mansion. I know where you live, and you live in a mansion. One person living in that house.
Oh, he's
There
all
we go.
alone in the house.
She didn't even come inside, I don't know how she knows that. There's only one person living in the house.
Andre, you look at the building.
Look at
It's
the
not
building.
split in two.
wow.
It's not split in two.
Yeah. Now, I've known Lady J for a long time. I've
That's
never
right.
even had a glimpse of a home. Never.
And
Never.
we walk past there.
Yes. Yeah.
And you putting the lady business out like that.
You know
The
his
false
habit, you
business.
know.
Well, no, I just said that, Actually, I never saw it. I never
But
saw the home.
I didn't confirm it either.
Whether
I've
you can,
confirmed
I
yours,
just
'cause I've
said
been
that. Missy boy,
Been
Lady
outside.
J take on every little thing. So let me ask you. I'm going to ask you, Natalie. Right, in terms of having your own home, do you have those dreams and aspirations and so on? Because a lot of people, I can tell you that. Let me tell you, a lot of people now are opting to rent. Okay? And they have very, very good reasons for opting to rent. The only difficulty with the renting thing is that you never own the property, you never own it, right? But you save yourself a ton of money. I can tell you that.
A lot of stress too.
You can. That's right. You can save yourself a lot of money. The only other downside to renting is that the landlord has a right to tell you get out.
Yes.
Yeah, but
My-
you still have to give,
my
they still
sister
have
is
to give you
coming.
notice.
Yeah, my sister is coming. Yeah.
Still have to give notice. They
They
can't
just say
kick
that
you
they
out.
have to give you a reason. My sister is coming down.
Yes.
We need the room.
Yes. Or
He's
we need
drawing
to
a
do
reference.
renovations.
Yeah.
they
So
put that on.
once upon a time, it was a thing that if you don't have a home, like you've failed. The American
Yeah.
dream, have your
Yeah.
home and so on.
Yeah.
That's not really so. That's not so at all. Once you see you have your own home, the benefit of it is that you have a place you call your own.
Yeah.
Except the bank can put you out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If you don't
Same
make those
thing.
payments, you said so.
Yeah.
You said so earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bank can put you out, boy. Take
But
their
there's
thing.
always two ways of looking at it before you answer, Andre. Let's take a little figure too, because it's easy to add. $1,000 a month, that's $12,000 a year. And instead of, so you try to, you get the opportunity to get the loan. You get the loan and you're building because you bought the land, paid for the land first. Then you say, okay, let me build. Sometimes, Andre, just sometimes, because it's true, renting is easier, less stress. But sometimes that $1,000 that you are paying, sometimes it's better to just pay the loan and you have your home. You have your house that is a home. Let's put it this way. Because you could have a house and it's not yours because you just said it belongs to the bank until.
Yes.
You understand?
But sometimes, and I know my friends, right, something goes wrong, they become unemployed, and they can't make the payment. I know a friend of mine, I know a few, but there's one that really, really hurt me. That guy, he said he was there living with his wife and so on, and he said he could not afford to make the payments because he had lost his job. And of course, the bank will give you some time. They'll give you some time, but he just didn't get another
3
job.
3 months only.
Yeah. And they repossess the house.
Yeah. They do that.
So he lost the house. Yeah. So I was just asking, what do you feel like you need to have your own home, or you're quite content with renting?
I don't really subscribe to these notions, really. I think I go wherever I feel like going, and right now, renting is fine, and maybe one day I'll change my mind.
Okay, but for now, yeah, I just said to you, there are many, trust me, there are many advantages to renting. Once upon a time, we were made to feel as though it's the worst thing ever. There are many advantages. I'm telling you, you can save a lot of money. Once you see you have your own home, you're broke. You're always broke.
Yeah.
You're always broke.
Yeah, because that money comes out first.
It's
Directly
the
from
thing,
the account.
Yes, before
Bam.
anything else.
I remember when they had the moratorium during COVID, I was so happy to take a little break from this thing. Because it feels like a rope around your neck there for how many years? 15 years, 20
And
years.
when the 3 months was
there's
up, the
refinancing.
rope came back and
Yeah,
the rope
yeah,
came
yeah.
back, right?
Yeah.
Tighter.
That
That's
was,
right.
let me tell you, that was such a break. You get this break. It was for, I think, for 3 months or so, whatever it
3.
was.
Yeah.
And then you felt, oh my gosh, boy,
Would have been nice
a
if it was
weight has
6.
been taken off of you. Because making those payments like that, when you can only tell you 20 years, 30 years, it sounds like 20 days. It's unlike that.
Yes.
But when you see you have to go through that thing, the painstaking every month, every boy. And then there's what they call the refinancing, because the bank will offer you that, tell you, you can do repairs on the house and sort of thing. And you say, hey, that sounds cool. They can try to reduce on the payments for you, all kinds of things like that. So you say, well, boy, anything, to pay a little less. That's how you're thinking. But then again, now you keep paying up until you...
Yeah, it's non-stop.
Until
Because
you
it
die.
adds on to the years, right, Andre?
Yeah.
Does it add on to the years?
Yes, of
Yes.
course.
Okay.
Hey, boy, because you're paying less now.
It's the interest as well with certain banks.
Exactly.
The interest is...
Yeah, some people you take a loan maybe for, let's
There's
just say,
somebody here that says the credit union is the best.
Yes, my mother said
I guess
that.
it's lower.
It's
the lower interest.
Yeah, much lower, yeah.
Mhm.
Much more compassionate, like you said.
there you go. Exactly.
So real
And sometimes you have one person making a decision.
Yes.
Just one person.
Yes.
They
as
have that
opposed to
power.
waiting for how many have got to speak to
The board members and this kind of thing.
to approve.
One
yeah.
person just making a decision, wham, like that, because they have that power. Yeah. So you're right about that. So anyway, as to each his own. Those, of course, who can afford to take the loans, wonderful. You have a roof over your head. You can, well, quote unquote, you can call it your own until you pay it off. All right.
But speaking of the renting, like you said, I know in the US there's rent to own. Some people
Yes.
opt for that as well, which could be...
Sandwich too.
There
One or
is
two places, some
yeah.
people who are renting,
Yeah, you
they
rent
also
to
tell
own.
them that.
Yeah, rent to own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some,
Rent to
some
own,
people.
yeah.
I have a couple of friends who say that. I mean, I don't know how true it is, but they've told me, both here and in the US, rent to own.
I really hope, I'm asking the good Lord to give me, to extend my life, that I can clear off my mortgage. I don't want to leave that for my children or my wife if I have a wife, right? I don't want to leave that for
Nice.
them. I want to
Okay,
make
nice,
sure I
Andre.
clear that, get it cleared, right? So they can just relax and
Andre,
enjoy
I
my
came
home.
up on this as we're talking about it, and only as you said this, it reminded me, Andre, all these living actors who are over 90 years old. Andre, when I came up on this last night, I'm like, I got to take a screenshot of this because I have to send it to Andre, and I didn't get a chance. Andre, there are quite a few of the actors that we know, like Clint Eastwood, like James Earl. This is CNN.
I think he died
I think
already.
he passed
Yeah,
already.
he
But-
passed.
So, but Andre, these people reach that age. The oldest one here is 95. I'm not sure if he's still alive. James Hong,
Mm.
the Chinese.
Now, who?
And Yeah, James Hong.
So
that
is it-
Chinese man. I'm saying he reached 95. I'm not sure if he's dead
okay.
now because some of them here have died. But I'm saying, didn't Dick Van Dyke pass away?
I think he's still alive.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
99.
Yeah,
Yes, I think he's
alive.
99, yeah.
So some of them here, and Andre came to me because Andre keeps saying, and Natalie has joined in that they want to live past 100. So
course.
Yes.
Andre was just basically saying a lot of them here, a lot of the actors, you know, in this, but only male they've shown there. And a lot of them we know,
Yeah.
right? They are
Mel Brooks is
90
99.
plus.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
90 plus, Andre. So Andre, what I was saying basically is there's hope.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's always hope.
Absolutely.
There's always hope for sure. But I'm talking about, age and all this sort of thing. You know, the big story yesterday and the day before that was Dolly Parton passing. I remember her sister had asked for prayers for her a few months ago. I remember that. And once I heard that, I figured something was amiss. But of course, they were not saying what was wrong with her. So now we know that apparently she was battling cancer. They haven't said what type of cancer she had. But she was taking care of her husband who passed. And she admitted, I remember her saying that there's something she should have dealt with, but she didn't do it because she was taking care of her husband at that time. But she should have done it.
Yeah.
So wherever that cancer was. So
spared her life. Who knows?
So she was actually at a cancer facility when she passed, because I think the people at the facility realized that she was going, and they called her family right away and said to come and check on her and so on. And when they got
I saw
there,
a clip of one of the family members actually screaming, holding on
yes,
to the body.
but it seems as though she was a nice lady.
Yeah.
It seems, from what I'm hearing.
The whole world
whole
loves
world,
Dolly
yeah.
Parton.
Yes,
The
yes.
entire world.
And we need to ask ourselves,
Yeah.
what is it about her that made her so lovable? I mean, I know she brought us beautiful music, and she really did. I mean, this morning I played a few of her songs. Oh my gosh, I mean, the songs are just out of this world, right? Jolene, that's I think
I love that
one of
one.
her popular ones.
Don't take my man from me, please.
Yeah.
Please imagine that.
I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Jolene say,
And, she,
I want him.
and she's actually admitting that Jolene is beautiful.
Yes.
She speaks about her skin and her eyes and things like that. And
love that
don't take
song.
my man.
Please, don't.
If
Take
you
my man
you
from-
just answered the question partially, is that most songs that female artists sing about love triangles, possibly some other lady somewhere, are antagonistic. You know,
Yes.
who the hell do you think you are? Or I'm coming to your house tonight. Let's throw down. You know, you know, something. Or he's mine and not yours. Or even, or I'll take him back at some point or something. And here's this lady singing about Jolene, directly to Jolene in a sort of pleading, compassionate way, and complimentary of her physical appearance.
In other words, I know you have all of the above.
Yeah, but
and I
he's
know
the one
that,
thing that I have.
Is my love for him.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
might probably treat him better than you will because of all of what you have. You're going to leave him anyway.
So it's a very unusual take on that.
I love it. I always love it
Yeah.
the very first time. And 9 to 5.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
yes.
right.
Working 9 to 5.
I played that
That's
as
my
well this
two.
morning.
I love those two. You know, I'll always love you. I like the lyrics, but I never liked the song. Yeah, it's dragging on so long. But when Whitney then came
sang
out
it.
of that song, I think that's when we really loved it.
Which one? I'll always love
I'll
you.
always love
Yes,
you.
yeah. Because if you listen to Dolly singing it and Whitney, I mean, Whitney's another level.
Yeah, she's
Whitney's
dragging it.
another level, level. Nonetheless, I think she encouraged young people to read. I think she did that. She also she was a philanthropist. She gave away a lot of money.
Yeah. A
I
lot of
think
books as well.
yes, exactly. So she was really a nice person, a nice person. Now, if you look at all over the place, everywhere, on the internet, on the news, TV, everywhere, it's Dolly Parton, right?
Yeah.
Now, I wonder, you know, the bad boys and the bad girls, the people who are trying to be mean and think that they have to be strong, and being a leader involves doing wickedness and so on. That's what good leadership is all about. Because if I'm taking crap from people see me as being weak, that sort of thing. When you juxtapose a Dolly Parton, right? I wonder if these people ask themselves, I wonder if people will appreciate me like that when I'm gone. I really wonder, right?
Yeah.
I think by the time you get to that mental state, you have discarded the possibility of being kind and empathetic and humane as anything good coming back to you. By the time you get to that space, you feel like life, it warrants that behavior, you know?
Yeah.
You tell people, you might tell somebody, but when I go out and I behave this way with people, I get it back. You say, maybe that's you. That's you. But for me,
Yeah.
so you have to, people, right now, they're coming from their own life experience and what they've seen.
I guess so. I guess so.
Now, Andre, have you seen that? President Trump ordered flags to be flown at half-staff for icon Dolly Parton.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
I read that.
So finally, his
So-
compassion is coming back.
Well,
He found compassion.
until you criticize him, because if Dolly had said anything against him,
He would never
she'd say
have
she can't sing. That's what he'd say. She can't sing.
Yes.
So there's
Or he probably would not have had the flag.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's right up
Yeah,
until
yeah.
1st of September.
Wow.
That's good.
That's great. But I wanted to answer your question some more, to go more in depth with why people love her so much. And I think two things. I think she presented very like a non-celebrity. You
That's
know?
right.
She
Very humble.
Yeah, she behaved like a regular person, and she had a very joyous, bright
Yeah.
personality. You know,
And
very
when her
funny and
people were putting her down, saying she's having an affair with Kenny Rogers,
right.
she dismissed that
Yeah.
and showed her real relationship with her husband. And we could see that they had been together for 50-something years.
59 years.
59 years. Wow.
And no
1
children.
year
Huh?
short.
No children.
Yeah, they said she couldn't make any.
Oh, how do you
Yeah.
know all that?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
if
we
she-
read those
no.
things and we said she couldn't make. I mean, you know,
okay,
when you
okay.
read about her,
Yeah.
that's part of it.
You know, but listen to this now. Who gets all this wealth? Because she's worth over $400 million. So who gets all this wealth? It must be some family member or something, because she has no children.
Yeah.
And I wonder if she had a will.
I'm sure.
I know she
must
wrote
have,
a
I'm
will.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Because her husband has passed, right?
Yeah.
now, when her husband died, he passed on everything he had to her.
To her. Oh, I see. Right.
Right? So now, I don't know who she passed on her wealth to.
Well, all I can say is I hope with all she had and all the humility she had and humanity that she's going to give the government. It's just unfortunate that it falls under Trump, but that she would give, if not the government, but homes.
Yeah, charity
I always
and so on.
believe
I'm sure, most
you know,
likely.
I'm sure.
Most
not
likely.
just the schools.
Yeah.
But
Now,
homes
you know,
as
when
well.
you have all that money, right? That's a beautiful thing to have all that money. The thing is, I hope she enjoyed her life. I really, really hope she enjoyed it.
It seemed like that.
Yeah, I really, really hope so.
So, yeah.
Because to have all that money and to see, you know, you die, you don't feel happy kind of thing, you know. That's why I always say, do the things that you enjoy doing.
Live.
Yeah, while you're
Live,
alive,
live.
do the things that you enjoy doing.
Yeah, live.
Yeah, because it makes you feel happy.
Yeah.
Right? Now, just going back to the song about Jolene, there's another artist. Her name is Ella Langley.
Yeah,
And she
love
has
her
a
too.
she has a #1 song on the US charts. They
Texas.
call Choosing Texas, right?
Mm.
It's been
I love
19
that.
weeks at #1. Now she has another song called Be Her.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's another interesting song. When she says I want to be her. Here she is. She's in the song. She's sort of wishing she could be like this
The person.
other person who apparently her man, her boyfriend, seems to be attracted to.
Oh, so
and-
she took that line from Dolly.
I don't know, but you must play one of these days. Be her. It's a beautiful song. I like the music in the song, but really and truly, again, it's almost like a similar thing to Jolene, where
Jolene.
you envy in somebody because of the things that they have and things that you figure you don't have. And the song goes like, I just want to be her. I want to be her. I want to be her. But it's a beautiful song. I love it. I love it.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah,
I know that
yeah.
actress says, let them go. Because if they really love you, and her exact words, he'll come for you.
Who said that? Who said that?
I'm trying to remember who said it. Yeah, but one of the actresses said it. He will come for you. And I was like, you are so right.
Yeah, she's
Why
right.
get stressed
Don't
and
be
all of
stressed,
the
no.
above
No.
when in the end they will realize they've made the mistake? And she was at this point talking about being young, eh?
Mm-hmm.
She's not talking about when you get to like over 60, 70. She was just talking about young people. Do not worry about a guy leaving you. Concentrate on your education, you know, because you have a long life ahead of you. Instead of concentrating on he is the only one. He's not the only one. And I listened to I can't
She's
remember
right.
who said it.
Quite right.
She's so right. Yeah.
By the way, AP and Lady J, do you know that Dolly said once that her husband had never seen her out of makeup?
Yeah.
You serious?
Oh
Huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
she loved it. She wake up in the morning and
Yeah.
that big wig on top of her head. Yeah, she was one of those.
Yeah.
Yes. And later on in life, remember she reduced the boobs.
She did,
She
yes.
did reduce it.
And
Yeah.
the
Tiny waist.
tiny
yeah.
waist.
Yeah.
Oh,
I loved her though.
me too.
Yeah, from the time I knew about her.
Somebody
Loved her.
messaged me saying that she gave $500 million to charity.
Very good.
Yeah.
500 million. Maybe
500
maybe over her
million.
lifetime.
Wow.
Maybe
Over
over
her
her
So
lifetime.
far.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, wow.
And she says that Jolene is a real story in her personal life.
Yeah.
She
Well,
just
we'll hear
used
more
she
about
just
it in
used
10
Jolene
years,
as her
Andre.
name.
That song that's going to come out in 10 years, we'll hear more about it.
Mhm.
If we're still alive.
All right. Thank you very much, Chimer, for chiming in.
10 years might look like a long time, but when it comes, it's so short.
Mhm.
Andrew, but let's talk about the fact that the St. Lucia Kings did well again in they beat Trinidad. Mhm.
They did?
They did. So, St. Lucia Kings, bravo.
Oh.
Love it, love it, love it. Bravo.
Okay.
St. Lucia Kings, yeah. Andrew, don't like
No, you can always tell when you're not
You can tell he's
interested.
very
Well,
nice.
yeah, I'm not a cricket fan. I'm just
Even
not a
if I
cricket
still
fan. So I
want
listen to you. I
be
listen to
happy,
you.
I still want to be happy. St. Lucia. Once you say St. Lucia, you gotta be happy. You know,
Mm.
anything for St. Lucia, anything we win in, I'm happy. Puts us on the map again.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So the Prime Minister was asked about Richard Frederick and his situation and so on, what's going to be happening with Richard Frederick moving forward. So he said that Mr. Frederick is on vacation. So when he comes back from vacation, he can't talk about making any plans for the gentleman while he's on vacation. So he says if there's an announcement to be made, if necessary, he will make an announcement. So I think it's just going to be a situation where everything just goes back to normal.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Because if it was so, the Prime Minister already said so already, right? And especially the police investigation didn't reveal anything per se from the
Exactly.
police. So I mean, life goes on.
A
Yeah, the man-
vacation or please take a break because your name is too much in the.
Public-
Which one is it?
Mhm.
Which one is it, Nat? Which one you think?
Well, we don't know. We don't know what
we can still speculate.
these
in here.
discussions entailed.
Vacation or take a break. Let's get the name
yeah.
out, back down, low. Yes.
Yeah. Just a couple of things before we end, because remember today is Thursday, so we have the healing process coming up at
That's
11:30.
right.
Just a couple of important things. We have to spare a thought for the people in Nepal
Yes.
/ Tibet and so on. I saw some of the videos yesterday. Did you see that?
Yeah.
The mud and those
And some
Sludge.
tourists got in there
avalanche
too. Mhm.
coming towards. I like, whoa, man! People had to be running. Did you see the
I
video?
saw somebody send me some
My
videos.
gosh, it's
when I woke up, I
scary.
saw
It's
that.
scary to see the torrents coming down.
Yeah.
Now, some scientists are saying that this probably has something to do with
Climate change.
climate change and so on.
I wonder if they were aware
probably.
of that, Andre, because a lot of tourists died.
Yes, they said. Well, they said that they're missing. I think they have 579 tourists who are missing, right? And 165 people confirmed dead so far.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So wow. Now these what do you call these flash floods. I think I experienced it one time. I remember it was a night, ordinary day, and I don't know what happened in the north of the island. There was just this deluge. I happened to be going up north to do a friend a favor, and I got caught up in this thing. And I remember I was on the phone with a friend who was on a boat ride by the Hess area there, right? And she said to me, "What you talking
What
about? What rain you talking about? It's dry here."
Wow.
So that thing was just confined to the north of the island.
Yeah.
And then I just got caught up in this thing there. And in a few minutes, rivers had just overflowed their banks. It was, I mean, then you try to get out of that situation. Everywhere you go, it's like you just caught. There's
You
nothing
remember the
you
day
can
when we walked, Andre?
do. Oh, yes, when we had the
Boy, that was similar to that.
yeah.
It
You
just came
have to-
from nowhere, the rain.
No, but it happens in St. Lucia because everything floods so quickly.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long at all.
Yeah, this is what you flash floods. It's like, in less than no time. So these people are going for a rough time. A lot of countries are going for a rough time as we speak.
We're
A
still
lot.
thinking of Venezuela,
A lot.
Colombia.
Venezuela, Colombia, it's all over the
and
place.
it's happening so frequently. That's why climate change is always on the tips of everyone's tongues because
Should be.
it's
Yeah.
serious stuff happening.
So we it's just paying a thought for the people in Nepal. They say, well, let Bab come awadu pidife. I want to mention, of course, the people in Gaza as well. These people living in tents. They're just there, right, under the thumb of this mini bully called Israel, okay, and America helping and so on. We have to remember those people as well. The number of journalists who were killed. I think over 200 journalists killed in that war. Medical personnel. 200 and something. I mean, doctors, nurses. It's terrible. They've done a lot of major stay in that place there. And those people are actually living in tents. They're not leaving the land because they say that is their land, and they're not leaving. For some people, they say, well, why don't you all just get out? But for them, this is their ancestral land, and they don't want to leave, because if they leave, that Israel will just move in, and they don't have a land, and that's it. But people, don't really care about those things, and how these people feel. Yeah. All right. So I want to mention something before we end. There was a story about a police officer. His name was Sean Grayson, and a lady who apparently was not of sound mind had called the police saying that she thinks that there's an intruder in her home. So 2 officers were dispatched to the residence, and when they got there, they met this lady. Now, the mother of the lady was aware of what's going on. So she called the police and said, listen, my daughter has some issues, so please be careful how you handle that situation, okay? Just be careful. So maybe that was in the back of the mind of the police officers in there, but one of them, his name is Sean Grayson. He's 32 years old. So he had a sort of confrontation with the lady. The lady was boiling a pot of water, and he said to her, hey, what's with that there, that water you're boiling? And the lady now was saying, well, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ.
Oh.
That's what she said to him. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. Well, this guy responded. Let me tell you some of his responses. He says, you better, expletive, and I'd have to tell you which word he used. You better expletive not, or I swear to God, I'll expletive shoot you in your expletive face. He then drew his pistol, right, and he shouted at the woman to drop that pot. She said, okay, I'm sorry, and she ducked. At that point, he just fired, I think, 3 shots into her face.
And that was in the news. That happened. Was it last year?
Yes. And she, of course, she died.
Very sad.
She died. So, listen to this story now. He was charged with second-degree murder, okay? And he was sentenced to prison for 20 years, okay? And over the course of the time that he's been in prison, he's applied for release on medical grounds. So apparently at the time that this thing happened, he had cancer. So the court said, no, we cannot grant you release, even if you may not be well, you have to serve your time. Well, he died. He died on Sunday,
Okay.
at the age of 32.
He didn't suffer the way she suffered.
It's interesting what the lawyers for the lady's family said. Listen to what they're saying. I like it. I like the statement because it sort of empathized with the family and so on. But then the statement reminded, well, he's dead, but reminded the public that the family is still grieving over the loss of their daughter. So here's what it says. Quote, Grayson's death in custody, that's from the family's lawyers, huh? Grayson's death in custody from cancer does not bring Sonia back. We wish his family prayers of peace.
That's kind.
I like that.
That's kind.
I like that.
That's kind.
As we do for all who grieve a loved one. So no matter who's grieving.
So in other words, we're in the same boat.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And he says Sonia's family knows that pain all too well and will grieve her loss the rest of their days.
Because what people have to understand is that person is gone. I can't speak to them anymore. But you could still speak to your person in prison.
You can visit them too.
You can visit them as well. All right? So people must understand. Death, according to Andre, I've never forgotten those words, Andre, on Radio 100 when you said that. Death, fini.
Yeah.
Fini. Death is final. I remember Andre saying that, and I was like, Andre, I never thought about that. And when you said it made a lot more sense for me. It is really final, for true.
Yeah. Can come back.
Many
And I
years
think
ago you
that's
said
why
that.
sometimes, I'm assuming this is a U.S. case.
Yes.
That in the U.S. they have such strict sentences because what you've done can never be undone.
That's
you
right.
know, especially in mass shootings, you get like multiple life sentences and no possibility of parole because you've taken something a whole life, and there's no recourse
Yes, exactly.
for those things.
That's right. You can't bring the person back.
Never.
They have gone forever.
Forever.
It's finished. Final.
And
That's
some
it.
cases, very young people,
Mm-hmm.
20-something young people. It's
Yeah.
horrific.
And this police was 32 at the time, possibly 31 because it happened last year.
You're right.
Why would you be speaking to somebody like that in their own home?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you're a
what
cop.
sort of training? Yeah. And in the U.S., to me, they give the best training. Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
sir, move over here.
Can you
over there.
please-
I mean,
is
I
there
was in the
anything in your
U.S. one time and I
pockets?
didn't know what direction to go. And I went to him, the bicycle one,
Mm-hmm.
and he was very nice.
Yeah,
Very
very
nice,
polite.
very kind.
Mhm.
Very
I was like, I
polite.
wonder if back home if I would get that same treatment. I gotta be honest.
I think our police officers are all right.
No, it directed me back
Yeah.
home.
Oh, that's
Because
what you
a lot
mean.
of street, we don't have signs. We don't have street. Now, of course, you can use your phone, Andre, to get you back home. Possibility or close to. But then, Andre, I mean, I'm talking about when. What we talking about? Maybe in the 90s.
Right.
You know, phones were just coming out. You know.
Yeah. Yes, boy. Yeah, life.
But to shoot her 3 times in the face.
That's right.
But you know, there are a lot of cops
With
who are
another
trigger
cop there
happy.
too, watching that.
You know, trigger happy cops who take the job so they can shoot people. That's
So one of
real.
two things. As I said, maybe the fact that he was already alluded to the fact that she has some issues. Maybe that was in the back of his mind. Maybe as well. Also the fact that he wasn't well. He wasn't well at the time.
I was just looking at the fact. Well, Andre, yes, okay, she's of sound mind and she's got the hot pot. Fine, but is that the way you speak to her to
No.
put the hot pot
You-
down?
you're right,
No,
you're right.
Especially
because
if she's
you
not well.
intensify. She could have threw it on him for true. She actually said, "Okay, sir, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
That means her words.
She was the yes.
Yes, yes.
The mind. She's not what you think she is. Because anyone else who, according to them, that they are sound mind, they would not say that. They would actually say, "I'm gonna wet you with this. I'm gonna throw this
Yeah.
on you."
Mm.
That's how they would get on.
And he was so angry. He was actually, blurting out expletives. You're
Andre,
so
because
angry.
it was a black woman.
No, you see, that's the.
That's
Is she a
exactly
black
why.
woman, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
she is
I
black.
knew it. I knew
Good-looking
She was
woman
black.
too. They showed her photo.
And she has a
Sorry for
child.
her.
She
I
has
knew
a,
it.
she has a
You
little.
didn't
I think a
say
little
that.
boy. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so folks, we're gonna wrap things up. Remember, don't forget today is the healing process
Healing
coming up at
process.
11:30 with Dr. Phil and Claire Leon. Did they say what they're going to be talking about today, Lady J? Did they mention that last week? No, no.
I think they're continuing with. Oh boy, my mind is not even on that right
Okay,
now.
all right, no
They
problem, no
continue
problem.
with the same topic they had last week.
Okay, so let me thank Natalie for
Yes.
being with us as always,
course,
and of
of
course
course.
Lady J. So Lady J, after the healing process was coming up on the show today.
Yeah, well, we get straight into the hit of the day. Andre, today's Thursday, so we have Tech Talk Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're talking about, the latest gadgets and
Yeah.
how to use the gadgets. And remember AI, and it's not all the time AI is correct, which is true. I've tried it.
Do you have a relationship with your chat GPT?
Sometimes, but not all the time, ChatGPT is right. Huh?
Yes, yeah.
Gives you false information.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
have to tell it, hey, that's false.
Really?
And it apologizes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Really?
It
Yes.
does.
Yes, I've
So
called
not
mine
all-
Andrew.
You've what?
I've called mine Andrew.
Oh, no, I don't have
Okay.
that kind of...
People name
no,
people
no,
name
no.
their chat GPT.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Another
So,
friend
so
has.
you're saying sometimes it actually gives incorrect information?
Yes.
For me, I have not had that experience yet.
Mm.
It
Yeah,
does.
Yeah, but
I mean, I know
people
I know
who say
St.
that.
Lucia. I know St. Lucia music, and sometimes it gives me
Ah.
Trinidad for
Ah.
St. Lucia,
Okay,
and I
yeah,
tell
yeah.
it right back.
Excuse me, wrong.
This is not a St. Lucian. This is Trinidad music you're giving,
And
it
say,
will
"I'm sorry."
respond. I'm sorry, but still not be able to give me.
the same.
So I
Okay.
don't know if we are the ones that are not giving enough information from St. Lucia. I'm not sure.
Possibly.
Okay, folks.
And
So,
other things too.
yeah. So Lady J will be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Then from 3, as always, we have Zen the DJ until 6 this evening. So thank you so much, Lady J. Thank you, Natalie. Until tomorrow morning, same time, 10 o'clock for another hard drive with the compliments of Ultramart and Rambali's Funeral Parlor. A big thank
Thank
you
you,
to the
DBS.
folks at DBS. Thank you very much. Have
Yeah.
yourself a nice day. Linda, good morning to you. Bye-bye.
At Randali's Funeral Parlor, we strive to bring you and your family the highest level of comfort, absolute satisfaction, and peace of mind during your most sorrowful time of need.
Our professional standards and quality services are second to none. We offer ground burials, burials at sea, cremations, and embalming. find locally made coffins, internationally made caskets, 24-hour emergency, shipping and receiving the deceased to and from overseas.
Ram Valley's signature funeral package includes a casket or coffin, collection, refrigeration and preparation of the body, her services, 100 funeral leaflets, 12 memorial buttons, 6 keyrings, 10 corsages, and 1 framed photo.
Ram Valley's Funeral Parlor, Calvary Road, Castries, and Lartuni, Beaufort. For more information, please call 758-452-2021 or 758-454-9239.
Looking for a one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs? Look no further than Ultramart. We stock a variety of options from the world's leading brands, all at affordable prices. Whether you're looking for fresh produce, pantry staples, or household essentials, we've got you covered. And that's not all. Don't miss out on our ultra specials and promotions for a chance to win hundreds of dollars in vouchers, hampers, and special prizes. Visit any one of our 4 convenient locations today or check us out on our Facebook and Instagram page. Ultramart, your one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs. Shop smart. Shop Ultramart.
From coast to coast,
I would love to hear it.
we're revving up the airwaves
Are you sleeping?
on 95.9 FM, the Alpha of Radio.